guys, welcome to today's video. So in this video I'm gonna be continuing / finishing series I'm currently reading. I'm not in any rush to finish the series I'm reading, but it is always nice to check off a series, and there are a lot of series I really want to start, so it'd be nice to finish some before I start new ones, because if I'm in the middle of a lot of series I tend to get very confused. I'm going to use this video to get through some of the series I'm reading and hopefully finish some. The first series we're going to continue is the Kings of Sin series. This is the second book in the series, King of Pride. I read King of Wrath, the first book, at the end of last year, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 stars, and we got glimpses of the two main characters in this book in the first book, and I really liked the glimpses we saw. I was really excited for their story. And so the male main character, Kai, is a billionaire. He's in line to be CEO of a very wealthy company, and he's also very serious. Whereas Isabella is a lot of fun. She likes to party. Kai is like the opposite of her type. They are very much opposite people. And she also bartends at this exclusive club he attends, and it's strictly off limits for employees and club members to date. So there's like this forbidden thing going on, and I love that they're opposites. I think it'll work out in the best way, obviously, and they have like this banter back and forth going on, and it's, from the little bits I've seen, it's a lot of fun. So I'm really excited for this book, and I hope it lives up to my expectations. I've gotten a few pages in. I'm only on page 24 and I'm liking it. I'm hoping this is really good. From what I can tell, this is just going to be a really fun, fast read. I'm also going to do some journaling. I have a lot of updates to do, so I will do that with you guys. I'll give you some updates when I'm further into King of Pride. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, let me know. Maybe comment any series you're currently in the middle of and you'd like to finish. I love talking to you guys. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright guys, so I'm on page 148 of King of Pride. I'm pretty much halfway. So far, I'm liking it. I've been reading it very quickly, but it's not the most interesting. There's not any interesting tropes in this book. Like, there's not enemies to lovers, there's not fake dating, marriage of convenience. The only real trope that makes it interesting is the forbiddenness, but it's like a workplace forbidden relationship, which I feel like isn't that big of a deal. In other workplace forbidden romance books I've read, usually just one of the characters will leave that job and they'll end up together anyways. Like, they'll start dating and then one of them will leave that job. It's not that big of a deal, and Isabella doesn't even want to stay working as a bartender, so they're gonna get together anyways and then she's gonna leave. It's not that big of a deal. That's bringing down the book a bit. Like, I really like both of the characters. I really like them, and I like especially Isabella. She is an aspiring author. She hasn't written a book yet, but she's in the middle of writing one, and she's been really struggling, and I like reading about her struggles. She's had multiple different plans for her future, different career paths she's wanted to go down, and I don't know, I like reading about that. It feels a bit relatable, and I also want to be an author one day. She's talked about the struggle of feeling like she's not accomplishing anything, not believing in herself to write a book, to be a good author, and feeling like she doesn't have a purpose in life, and that's one of her biggest fears. That's also one of my biggest fears. So I really relate to her character and I really like her, but I feel like overall it's not the most interesting story because there's not really a lot going on. And then Kai is dealing with drama that has to do with him becoming CEO of his family's company, which is just like not the most interesting. I feel like I'm not loving it. So far I feel like a lot more could have been done with this story to make it a lot more interesting. Yeah, it just feels a bit bland, even though I really like the characters and everything. And we're getting a lot of glimpses of the other characters that I know are going to have relationships. There's like 7 books in this series. Only 3 are out. All of the titles and everything are on Goodreads. And the 4th one, King of Sloth, I think, comes out April 30th and has Stallone and someone else. And we're getting glimpses of them in this book. And I'm so excited for just all the other books from all the glimpses we're getting of different characters and their relationships. And we're also getting a bit of Christian, who I think is the male main character in Twisted Love, which I have that book and I haven't read that series yet. And that's like the one book in the series I didn't want to read, and I considered like just skipping it, but hearing his character and stuff, it makes me want to read it. I like seeing all of the different characters and possible books and stuff. My overall like thoughts at the moment are it's not the most interesting. There's a lot of tension. I like the characters. I like Isabella's journey trying to navigate her career and what she wants to do, and I'm excited to see how it goes. And the way Kai reassures her about her concerns and her like writing block and her insecurities, the way he reassures her and believes so much in her is so sweet. It is really sweet. Like, she has just brought up for the first time to him that she's currently writing a book, and like without any hesitation he's like, I know you can do it and I know you'll be amazing at it. And I'm like, oh my god. For career paths that are more creative, so many people will tell you it's a bad idea, that it's risky, but the first thing he did was encourage her and show faith in her. I'm gonna try to finish it today. Now it's 7 p.m. and I was supposed to read like most of the day, but I haven't because I've just been doing other things. And oh my god, we found a stray kitten. It is like 4 weeks old. It is tiny. It is so small, and I'm hoping we can keep it. I don't know if we will, but I really want to. I already have 2 cats and a dog, but it's so cute. I'm hoping we can keep it. We probably won't, but I really want to. I love cats so much. It's so cute. Anyways, I'm gonna continue reading. I'm not even smiling about the couple in this book. I'm smiling about Sloane talking about Xavier, which is in a book coming out soon, I think. This is more this is more entertaining than Isabella and Kai. I don't know what that says, but guys, here's the little kitten. Do you want to say hello? Her face is a bit of a mess. She has milk on her face. She's staying in my room and we're gonna take her to the vet to check on her to see if she has like kitten flu or anything. Because I have 2 other cats and we don't want them to get sick from her if she is sick. And we're not sure if we're gonna keep her. I'm really hoping we are, because my older cat Jesse, he's 8 and he's very sensitive. When we got our new cat Willow 3 years ago, he got really depressed and he had to go on anxiety medication. We have to see if it'll affect him that much, if we should keep her. But I've already named her Coraline because I knew my sister would like that name, and she looks like a Coraline. We don't even know if she's a girl, but she looks like a Coraline. I have some pretty big reading updates. I finished King of Pride last night and I've decided to rate it a 3.5. I feel like I shared most of my thoughts and they're all pretty much the same. I liked the start of it, but I feel like it got kind of boring. It wasn't the most interesting story, but I will say towards the end, it got very emotional and it broke my heart a little. Like, it was very emotional. The relationship overall is very sweet. And I feel like that brought up my rating because I was thinking of giving it like a 3 stars, but the ending kind of brought it up a bit. I am a bit disappointed. I wish this was, I don't know, I feel like it could have been a lot better. It had a lot of potential, but it just wasn't as good as I hoped it'd be. I think overall it's just not that interesting of a story. But I loved seeing Isabella's struggles with writing and becoming an author and feeling like she doesn't have a purpose. Just the whole part about her writing a book was very interesting and I really liked that, and it was also motivating. It was also a bit depressing to read about since it was very relatable, so yeah, I'm gonna need to talk to my therapist about that. But overall I did really enjoy the story. I'm a bit disappointed. I think it could have been better, but I don't really have any negative feelings. It was a fun, easy read like I expected, and I'm excited to continue the next books in the series. We saw glimpses of 2 different couples that are coming up in future books, and I am excited to read them, but there's also a part of me that's worried it's going to be disappointing as well. But Sloane and Xavier, I think that book is the 4th one, King of Sloth, and I'm really excited for that one, and hopefully it lives up to my expectations. But I think it will be like a Grumpy X Sunshine but reversed, so the grumpy will be Sloane and the sunshine will be Xavier, and I'm very excited for that. And also the next book, King of Greed, is a bit of a different romance. The 2 main characters are actually already married, but the female main character wants to get a divorce because their relationship is very rocky, but then they come back together. So I'm kind of interested to see how that goes. I don't know if that will be something I'm into, I'm a fan of, I don't know. So I definitely want to continue the series, and hopefully there are some books in this series that I do give a 5-star. This is going to be like a 7-book series, so I'm hoping there's some really good ones in this series. But yeah, we're going to go on to the second book of this video now, Gleam by Raven Kennedy. This is a brick of a book and I am so nervous to continue the series because I know this is going to be a roller coaster of emotions. This is the most loved book of the series. This is the 3rd book in the series. The series is the Plated Prisoner series. The first book, Guild, I really enjoyed. The second book I also really enjoyed, and then this is like the most anticipated for me because a lot of people rate this book 5 stars and is their favorite. And the second book, the way it ended, kind of scared me and intrigued me at the same time. Like, I'm so scared. Especially since this book is so long. I'm so scared to go into this. Oh god. But I'm hoping it's really good. I'm scared, 1, because it's so big. 2, because I have high expectations. If this isn't as good as I think it's gonna be, I'm gonna be disappointed. And thirdly, I feel like this is gonna be really emotional. This is a dark fantasy romance series, so please check trigger warnings. I think the first 2 books are the most triggering. I'm hoping this book isn't as triggering. I don't know. I don't want to say much because I don't want to spoil anything. But I feel like this one is going to be... actually, I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of growth in this book overall and a lot of character development. That's also a bit scary. So I don't know. Overall, I'm very scared to read this book. But I have very high hopes and I'm hoping this is so good. I'll explain a little bit about the story, about mainly the first book. Our female main character... What is her name? Oren. Okay. Oren is made of gold. Her whole body is made of gold. And she is kept in a cage by King Midas. So this is a King Midas retelling. And I don't know how much I should say. But they basically have like a relationship. And she's kept in a cage by King Midas because she's very valuable. And King Midas is also very toxic, manipulative, but Oren is in love with him and she ignores all these red flags. And she used to be living in the slums. She went through a lot of traumatic, horrible things in her life. And King Midas, before he was king, saved her. And they spent a lot of time together. They built up their relationship. And then when he became a king, he's kept her as his pet, is what people refer to her as, which is basically what she is to him, the way he treats her. But she has stayed loyal by him because he saved her and she thinks she owes her life to him basically, even though he doesn't treat her very well and he's not a great person. I feel like that's all I need to say, but there is a big romance in this book that is like a slow burn. So yeah, I'm gonna get into this book, start it today. I'm hoping to read it quite quickly since it's so big and I want to post this video in like a week's time. It's 660 pages. I don't remember how big this series is overall, but I know there's quite a few more books and I'll update you with my thoughts. I won't be spoiling anything, so I won't really be saying anything about the plot, just how I'm feeling. And Caroline is going to be keeping me company. Hi cutie pie. I literally cleaned her this morning, but she's got milk all over her. I don't know how old she is. I feel like she's like 3 weeks old. I'm gonna update you guys with my updates soon. Hi guys, so firstly, kitten updates. We took him to the vet, turns out he's a boy, and now we don't know what to name him. My sister and I wanted to name him YB, since he's the boy from Caroline, but my parents didn't like that. And then we wanted to name him Gigi, like the cat from Kiki's Delivery Service, but my parents didn't like that. And now we don't know what to name him. Everyone is like not on board with any of the names. Like everyone wants to do a different name. The two like options that are at the top at the moment are like Felix or Jinx. I'm leaning on Jinx. And for Gleam updates, I'm on page 106. It's taken me a very long time to actually start the book. Well, it didn't take me that long. Like, I went, I think, 2 or 3 days without reading anything, and then I started it yesterday. I've been reading it like super quickly, which I'm happy about. I'm very interested in where this is gonna go. I think a big thing though is the writing isn't great. Like, there are some very corny lines, but since I enjoy the story, the plot, the romance, I don't mind as much because overall I am enjoying the actual story. Yeah, so far it is promising, and I'm reading it very quickly, so I feel like it's not going to take that long to get through it. I hate when books are just this big, like it's so daunting. But I'm definitely reading it a lot quicker than I thought I would. And I realized that the books actually have like symbolism in the covers and the titles. So the first book, if you can see, Guild is very dark, and then it goes Glint where it's a bit lighter, and then we have Gleam where it's even lighter, and then there's Glow, which is like very light, and then I think there's one after called Gold, so it goes from like dark to light, which I thought was cool. It's like symbolism of what Oren, the main character, goes through, I guess. And there's definitely very, very triggering themes in these books, so please check trigger warnings. It is more, I guess, flashbacks to what has happened to her, and there are some scenes that are current that happen, which are just very triggering, so please check trigger warnings. But the like love interest and stuff doesn't do anything harmful to the female main character. Like, he doesn't do any of those triggering things to her. It's other people that have done it to her and other people in the story. I feel like saying a dark fantasy romance and then there's like triggering stuff, you might think like the male love interest is doing those things, but he's not, just to make that clear. Because there are some dark romance books where the male main character does do very triggering things. So, say hi. Where do you want to go? He also peed on my bed this morning, so I've had to take off all my sheets and my blankets and everything, even though I literally changed them like a few days ago, but that's okay. But I will keep reading and update you guys. I want to get to page, I think I wrote down page 250 that I want to get to, which is about this much more. So I'd have to read 150 pages. I feel like that's a decent amount. I realized I don't really know Oren's character that well. I feel like she hasn't had the opportunity to actually be herself with everything she's gone through, like other people using her. I don't know, I'm very interested for her character development to see the real her, you know? Because I feel like I don't really know her that well. She's always playing a role for other people. He's so tiny. I've been asking for another cat for so long because I just love cats. My parents are like, no, we are not getting another one. And then he just stumbled into our life, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I love you so much. I will update you guys once I read more. Hi guys, it's actually been quite a while since I spoke to you. Maybe only like a few days, but it feels like a long time. I haven't been doing a lot of reading because I've not been feeling well mentally and physically, and I haven't had the desire to read, even though I've been really enjoying this book. I haven't really had the desire to read, but I'm gonna try and start reading more. The book overall has been really interesting. There's a lot of drama going on and I'm really into it. Like, it's really hooked my attention, and this book isn't going the way I thought it would. which isn't a bad thing. It's kind of hooking my attention more, because what I want to happen, we're leading to it, I feel like. But I am really enjoying it. I'm on page 301, so I have half the book left. And also kitty updates. We decided to name him Jinx, and it's spelled Jynx, which is a very cute name. And he's been doing really well, haven't you? You've been doing really well. He's become really attached to us. He loves to sleep on top of me. He loves to play and everything. He's been doing really well, which is very good, isn't it? He is a little menace sometimes. He likes to attack my face and my hair and just run around my room and hide under my bed and stuff. But overall, he's been great. He has been peeing on my stuff. But I can't really blame him because he's not potty trained, but oh well. I don't really have a lot of updates, but I just thought I should say I haven't been reading a lot because I just haven't been doing well. I've been feeling really negative about myself and everything, which isn't good, but I'm gonna try and read more today. I definitely won't finish it. Maybe we can have a goal of getting to page 400. Oh my god. I just saw something. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I want to read so badly now. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna try and get to page like 450. I'm so stupid. I always spoil myself. Oh my god, what I just saw. Oh my god. I hate that I spoiled myself though. That's so annoying. Also, this book has quite a few POVs. Not a lot, just a few. The main one is Oren, but then we get a few snippets of other point of views. And I'm not really a big fan of them. Like, they kind of add to the story, but I'm mainly just here to read Oren's point of view. And so I feel like when the others pop up, I keep putting down the book because I don't really care to read about them. I will update you guys once I've read some more. Hopefully I can get a lot of reading done today. It is like the afternoon, so I don't have a lot of time left in the day, but I'll try. Hi guys, so I have a lot of updates. Firstly, I got a bookshelf. I am so happy. I've wanted a bookshelf for the longest time. I've never really had a proper bookshelf. I had like a small one for a short period of time a few years ago, and I wasn't even like a big reader then, so I've never had really the bookshelf experience where I stuck my books on my bedhead. As you all know, that's very limited how I can display my books. And now I have a bookshelf, which I will be keeping some of the books on my bedhead because I just like how it looks. And I know it scares some of you guys, but don't worry, not a single book has fallen off my bedhead on top of me. Not once. I've had my books like that for probably a year now, and when I started, the stack was definitely smaller, and it's grown over time, but still not a single book has fallen on me. And I'm not concerned, to be honest. I don't really think about it. And we don't have earthquakes or anything, so I'll be okay. And it also, it won't kill me if books fall on me. But yeah, I'm gonna put some books on this shelf and I'm gonna make a whole video for it. So if you wanna watch that, maybe subscribe, turn your notifications on if you want to. That video will hopefully be out after this one. And I'm so excited because I've never decorated a bookshelf before, and I'm gonna put so many knickknacks on it. My plants, I have so many plants. My collection is growing way too much and I've kept them all on my desk, but now I'm using my desk more and I need the space. So I'm just so excited. And it's against this wall in my room that's just like a big plain white wall, and it doesn't have anything on it. I've had like heaps of just bags of random trash and stuff just here for so long, and now all that's gone, and I have this bookshelf that I'm gonna fill with beautiful stuff and I get to look at it when I go to sleep, and I know that's just gonna make me so happy. Like, I'm just so happy. It has probably been over a week since I last spoke to you guys, and that's due to quite a few reasons. I will go into them. Firstly, when I last spoke to you guys, I said my mental health was really low, so was my physical health. My mental health has actually gotten a lot better. I've been really happy this past week, probably the happiest I've been in a really long time. I have depression, and for months I've just been really low, and the only real source of my happiness was making videos and reading and stuff. But even then I still felt a lot of depression, and like I still do, like it doesn't go away, but I have been feeling a lot happier, and that's because I got back into painting. I won't go on too long of a rant because you're here for books and stuff, but I have always loved painting and creating things like drawing, collaging, just anything that has to do with like creating things. I've always loved, and I've always wanted to be an artist and have my own business and sell my art. And I have like sold my art before, but I haven't been creating art for a really long time, and the times I have done it over the past year, I haven't been enjoying it. But this past week I've gotten back into it, and it's made me like so happy, like the happiest I've been in so long. And that has in turn made me be more productive, talk to my family more, and just made me feel a lot more positive. I've been journaling as well, which I will show you guys quickly my journal. I have 3 journals, so you guys know my reading journal, and then I have this journal which I kind of called like a scrapbooking journal, a junk journal sort of thing. It does say 2023 because that's when I started it, but I only did like a few spreads in here in 2023, and then I stopped and I started it again. What was that? Oh, my bags. Anyways, and literally the past week I've done like that much of the book. In them I like collage stuff, and I also write a lot about my feelings, about my day, about just heaps of stuff, and that has made me feel a lot better mentally. Like I'm really excited every day to journal. And I also keep receipts or little memory things, and I add them into my journal. It's just a nice way to store my memories, and I always think about how my future like kids or grandkids or future me could look through this and see my life at that time, and I just love the idea of that. Imagine me looking through this in like 10 years. This is so cute. Anyways, that has made me super happy, and I've been, like I said, I've been creating art almost every day. I finished this painting. I started this painting 2 years ago, and then I didn't touch it for a year. I picked it back up, and the whole painting was finished except for the cat. And this was actually a gift from my sister. She asked for it 2 years ago. I think she even bought the canvas for me so I could make it for her. She obviously never got it, but her birthday's coming up next month, and so now she's gonna finally get the painting, and I'm so happy to have finally finished it. It's not really my style anymore. Like I was really into mushrooms then. I think a lot of people were, but I'm just happy I finished it, and I think it actually turned out pretty cute. I mean, I don't like it that much since I've just seen it for such a long time that I'm just like, I don't want it anymore to take it. And I started a new painting. I have a art TikTok. If you guys are like interested in my art or want to support me or anything, I have an art Instagram and an art TikTok. I also haven't spoken to you guys because I've been struggling with this book. I did finish it, and it was a struggle, and I have so many mixed feelings about this book. Like I don't know where my head's at. My thoughts are just all jumbled, and I can't even really like articulate them and tell you guys because it will spoil the book. Like I can't tell you how I'm feeling in detail. I just went through so many ups and downs where I was like, I'm so over this book, where I was like, I'm hooked, I'm gonna keep reading, where I was like, these characters are so annoying, and then I was like, oh my god, I love them. So many ups and downs. And towards the end of this book, I was just like, I don't want to read it anymore. I want to move on to something else. I'm over with this world. But then the last few pages made me want to continue reading the series. But I think I'm going to take a break from this series because like it was just a lot. It was a lot. I don't even know how to feel. Also, the size of it just impacted my reading a lot and my feelings towards it because it just feels like I was in this book for so long. I literally started this book the start of April, and it's now like the 17th. So it's taken me so long to read this, now I kind of feel like resentment towards it, because that means I haven't been able to finish this video, I haven't been able to start other videos, I haven't been able to get through my TBR. I've just spent so much time on this book, and that just makes me annoyed because I feel like I didn't even really get that much out of it. Like, I had an enjoyable experience. There were so many plot twists and stuff that were really hooking, but then there was also parts that I just didn't like. There's one part of this like book we're leading up to, I'm really excited for. I can't wait. Like, I am like biting my nails. What else do you do when you, I don't know. I'm anticipating this one part so badly, and when it comes, I don't like it. Like, I didn't like how it played out, and so that just made me feel so disappointed, because I'm like, why was it written like that? Like, I just didn't like it. But then there's these plot twists and all this stuff going on where I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. Like, I want to keep reading. So is it a really bad book? Is it an amazing book? I don't know. I'm just really confused. And so what do I rate it? I don't know. And it honestly made me feel like I was in a book slump, and I don't know if it's just because of this book or if it's because of me. Like, it was taking me so long to get through this book that I was just over it. I don't know what to rate it. I really don't know. I think I'm gonna have to think about it for a while. I don't know. I think higher than a 4-star. Definitely not a 5. Definitely not a 5. Definitely, maybe, okay, a 4 to 4.5 in between. Maybe I should rate it a 4.5. But then I'm like, that's too generous. But then if I rate it like a 4, I'm like, that's too low. I think I'm gonna go with 4.5. A 4.5 sounds good. I feel like that works out in my head. I will continue the series when I'm ready to continue the series, but I am not ready right now because I'm just, no. But that being said, that is the last book I'm going to read in this video. I was planning to read another book that was going to be the last book in a series, but I've decided I'm not going to do that. This video is already long, and I've been filming it for such a long time that I just want to get it up, and I just want to start fresh. I just want to start another video, another reading vlog, so that's what I'm going to do. Also, like, looking back on this vlog when I was editing it was so much fun because Jinx, the little kitten we got, we are keeping him now for sure. Like, I don't know if I mentioned that. I was looking back at the clips in this video when we first got him, and I'm like, I don't know if we're gonna keep him. And he's also gotten so much bigger already. Like, he's already grown so much, and it was so much fun. I didn't have a good experience really with the books I read in this video, but I feel like this vlog in general holds a special place in my heart because we literally got a cat. We found a stray kitten, and he's brought so much love into my life as well, and I found some happiness in this vlog as well. So I kind of want to start a YouTube channel for my art, but I don't know if that's a good idea because, like, that sounds like a lot to manage 2 YouTube channels. I feel like every day it feels like there's so much I have to do, and I have so much pressure that I kind of just put that on myself. Like, no one's really pressuring me, but every day, no matter what, I feel like that. So I feel like if I make another YouTube channel for my art, I feel like it might be too much. I don't know. And I don't want art to become something I don't like again. Or not that I didn't like it, but just something I'm not doing again. I want to try and stay happy and continue creating like I want to be. So anyways, I've rambled a lot. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more of my videos, you can subscribe. You can like this video, you can turn on notifications, comment something down below. I love to talk to you guys. It always makes me so happy when I see someone's left a comment and we get to talk about books together. Like, that just brings me so much joy. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.